to the opening of the Kennedy Library on February the 14th, 2008.
Creator God, this is the day that you have made, and we rejoice and are glad in it. It's a very special day because it marks the completion of a good and beautiful work, the renovation and expansion of Kennedy Branch Library. Many people were involved in the planning and execution of this beautifully renewed building. Architects and builders, library staff and board members, patrons, volunteers, and donors all played a part, and we are grateful. Today it opens again to serve our community. It will be a new beginning in the 21st century after a long journey that started 44 years ago. The days of bookmobiles and classroom collections have given way to the new technology of audio visuals and computers, which will find greater realization in the larger building. A generous book collection will also be maintained, offering an opportunity for lifelong education. Kennedy can be a people's university where men, women, and children read to increase knowledge, acquire needed information, or simply find pleasure in the written word. In these troubled times, may this library be an oasis of refreshment where young people meet to do homework and old friends meet for good conversation and children come to have fun. Let it be a place of encouragement and wisdom for the living of these days.
This is an exciting day in the life of the library, and this is a wonderful, beautiful building. I envy those who will have an opportunity to work here, and I am proud to be part of a community that cares enough to provide good libraries. I know that as a consequence of this building being in our community, many, many people will benefit. And it is in that spirit that I welcome you all today to the beautiful, the new Kennedy Library. It is my pleasure to introduce a few very important people. First and foremost, our architects, Kevin Hughes and Joe Smith. Kevin's back in the back. And Moulton & Partners turned an ordinary building into something quite extraordinary. 3D Construction Company, a local firm, worked every single day on site and put it all together for us. So we are very grateful to both Moulton & Partners and 3D Construction. Special thanks goes to the Muncie Public Library Board, who stood beside this project. And very special thanks also to the community who stood beside us and saw it through to completion. So thank you all. So without further ado, I would like to bring Roger Gilchrist, our board president, to the podium.
I want to begin by introducing my fellow members of the Board of Trustees. Dan McDonald's in the middle there. And would you raise your hand, Dan? And Nancy Turner over here. Clarence Casaza, Marilyn Perry, and Billy Shepard. There is one member who is not here, and that's Sylvia Seawright, who enjoys the opportunity to be in Florida. Thank you. I also want to take this opportunity to talk for a moment or two about the fundraising. Jenny called me, and when she asked me to help with the fundraising, I will be candid with you and tell you that I wasn't very encouraging at all to her. I don't like asking people for money any more than the next person. But Jenny has some wonderful powers of persuasion, and finally I agreed to do that. But the key to the success of the fundraising really were two people. Marge Ziegler over here agreed to serve as my co-chairman on the fundraising, and Pat Schaefer served as honorary chairman. And let me tell you that the power of those two ladies is what led us to the successful fundraising, which in turn has led us to the building. Before I ask you to recognize those people, I do want to tell you also that there were a number of people on the library staff that were instrumental in the fundraising. Two names come to mind, Lynn King and Susan Fisher, but there were others as well. You need only look, for example, at the bricks. That was all done by library staff, and they did a wonderful job. So please join me at this point in thanking Marge and Pat and the rest of the staff for the fundraising. The last duty that I had was to introduce our new mayor, who just appeared. So there's very little more that I can say other than I am really delighted to see Sharon here.
Or early evening. This is my library. I am so excited to come in here and see what they have been able to accomplish in such a short period of time. I've really missed coming here. I've had my share of late fees. I think I'm all paid up. I'm sure someone will let me know after this if I am or not. But it's very, very exciting for our community that when we have so many negative things going on day to day, that we have the kind of contributions from people in our community to have this type of facility available.
We're passing out some ribbon, and when everybody gets a piece, what we're going to do is we are going to tear it together, because this is a community building, and we all want you to be part of the ribbon tearing ceremony.
Oh, you're kidding. If you're interested in murder mystery or mystery, sure. At least meet some other people interested. They want a great way to get to meet other people.
Everyone set?